Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the review. This time to the Storm Collectibles Muhammad Ali. So, let's get started. Special thanks to Storm Collectibles, as usual. I appreciate you guys. You get things to me so that I get these samples to show off people the product that you have coming out. So, again, I appreciate you and the things that you do for me. The least I can do is take some cool photos of it, right? So, again, let's get started. If you have bought the Mike Tyson, you already know that similar to what you're getting already, but they did make some minor changes that I'm going to show you throughout the video. And it's really cool to actually see how the sculpt has come from the first pictures to now. And you can tell there's no like Photoshop and things like that. Changes are changes, but it actually looks really good and like him and his utter prime. So real quick, let me just bring that up because I had to move him forward. And while some people think that the sculpt is soft, I gotta honestly say it looks a lot like him. You know, under light, without light, shading. I think it's really well done. I think it's one of the few companies who get skin tone right without it being an issue or coming out wrong. I think it's done really well. So anyway, let's jump into articulation. If you bought the Mike Tyson, you kind of know already what you're getting. The Storm has a unique advantage that I think other companies don't have, with the exception of Van Dye, being that they can use the same body type, and with minor retooling, you can get something completely different. So while the Mike Tyson body is Mike Tyson's body, this one is a more slimmer but really unique body to it. So yeah. As you can see, the arms can go up this far. They can rotate all the way up. They use the patented butterfly joint that we all know and love. The arms are indeed double jointed, and there is a bicep swivel as well. But while usually, depending on if Kiki's designed it or not by the sculptor, this one has a double arm joint that allows it to still bend in a way that he can protect himself like an actual boxer. So it doesn't really get in the way of him. Of course, he can't cross it all the way forward. Wait, I was wrong. I retract that last statement. So actually, he protect himself with his arms. So that's actually pretty cool. And that's something that is really unique to them, that they actually look at the mistakes that they made previously and try to aim on fixing it. So with the Ali body, they actually fixed that as one of those issues. Then you have the head articulation. We can up, down, can tilt side to side. It actually looks really nice. Then there's the torso articulation, which goes really far back, but as you know, that will leave a gap. So we're going to push it back forward. We can rotate on the butterfly joint. There is a lower rotation as well, and it rotates all the way around in a nice flexy design. These shorts are made of fabric, which is really cool, which gives it that Mezco vibe that a lot of people like. If you don't like the fabric, I mean, that's fine, but I think I would rather the fabric as opposed to plastic, because even if it was soft plastic, after a while it would warp and things like that. Even clothes deteriorate too, but I think this one was a nice touch. So as far as leg articulation goes out pretty far. I can't really say I complain there, especially if you want to be able to move your legs, you know, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. As you can see, they can rotate really well. There is a thigh swivel that actually rotates left and right. Not as far as I would like it to, but it's still pretty nice. There is a lower rotation here where the shoes start, and there's an ankle pivot that is excellent. So don't go breaking ankles if you're on the court. The toe pivot is actually really well done. So let's say you were doing some boxing poses. Not to say this is his stance, but let's say you took on a certain stance or you want to get defensive. You can actually place it and be done really, really well. So yeah, you can actually look really good. Even if you wanted to open up a little, or let's say you wanted to taunt your opponent, it's all a matter of how you want to do it, really. Looks really good. So let's leave him like that real fast as we talk about some other stuff. He also comes with two unique head sculpts. One being his yelling head, whether it's victory, knocking out said opponent, anything like that. As you can see, the mouth guard is here at the top, and the sculpting is done really well. This is a sample, so please just know that it could change in the final product. But from what I'm getting so far, I'm actually really, really liking it. It's really nice, especially the whole mouth guard attachment. They made sure to not forget that. And then there is the slugging it out face. You could look like you're taking a hit here, pressing for another jab in or a swing. So this is really good. Focus face is what I'm going to call this. It's really, really nice. And last but not least, we get his patented robe, which on the back says Muhammad Ali, which is beautiful. This one is also made of cloth. Oop, almost knocked you down. and it actually wraps around. This string is actually movable, so you can actually tie it. There are no pockets on the inside, but oh, I'm wrong. There's pockets. I'm absolutely wrong. There are tiny, tiny pockets in there. So what I suggest you do if you want to use the pockets, you take off the glove hands and obviously place the pegs inside if you want to do that. All in all, this is a really nice and simple figure. It's to the point, and it's probably going to be the best smaller scale Ali you get in a very long time. That's outside of the NECA 2-pack one with Superman, because that was done in a certain type of fashion and art style. So if you want one just actually is going to be a really good Ali, I think this is the best bet. So real quick, we're going to jump into the size comparisons. So let's get you to stand straight up, look at the camera, you know, look good for the people. I want him to look as stand up as good as possible so you can see what he looks like size wise. So let's get you back here actually so you can be seen on camera. Real quick, the first thing we're going to do is compare him to Tyson. So you can see that the build is different, the height is slightly different, things like that. As you can see, Tyson is much smaller. He has a wider body. Even the muscle definition looks different. So like I said, meanwhile, they may look like the same thing, they're not. So that's really dope that they took something as minor as it is, like body and build type, and made them completely different. So I enjoy that. Next up, we're going to compare it to another Storm actually two other Storms. One is going to be the Mortal Kombat line, so you can see height-wise where they stand with each other. And this, we're going to do Ken. And as you can see, Ali stands over both of them. So that's that. Next up, we're going to put him up next to Kazuya Mishima. Another Storm Collectibles. And these guys actually stand at a much closer height with each other. Not the same, but still close enough. Next up, we're going to do a Marvel Legends Black Panther. So as you can see, he's much tiny compared to Ali. Next up, a Mythic Legion. I am all over the place. Sorry about that, guys. Next up, we have the Mythic Legions Orc, which even Mythic Legions usually is bigger and stuff, and Ali kind of towers over them as well. Then we have a Mezco 112 Superman. So those of you that want to do your Superman versus Ali shot, Superman will look tiny compared to Ali. So you got to force some perspective there. Next up, an SH Fig Arts Kamen Rider. Here's Cougar, who's tiny compared to him as well. Then we're going to do a couple more. One of them is going to be the Articulated Icons Ninja. And again, I mean, you'll probably never use ninjas versus Ali, but the point is, you want to see what it looks like next to other stuff. Here he is next to a 1000 toy synthetic human. So the Storm Collectible stuff is really more like a 110 scale, but you know, I like this scale, it doesn't matter. Real quick, if you want a good training bot though, you can use the Astropot's Apollo, who works really well against Ali as far as a training bot goes. And last but not least, just for fun, my main man, the Tycoon, the Typhoon, the Green Typhoon, it's Incredible Hulk. Yeah, they look good together, but whatever. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you found it informative. Thanks again to Storm. As always, do good, be good, drink your water, guys. Later.